talk really briefly for a second about choosing scenes and what we should be looking for in scenes. You want something that you would be cast as. And people have been writing to me and saying, I'm not sure what my type is. But really, that isn't such an issue. You have to be the age that you are. Okay. And you have to be whatever gender you want to represent. Okay. Because as far as your career is concerned. Okay. Because if you put something too different, let me just face it. People in the business aren't always the most imaginative people. So you have to hit them over the head with what you could do. So what are we saying about you with this character? Would you play a homeless guy? Is that what you want them to see you as? Just think, how do I want them to cast me?
Yeah.
See, what I was suggesting for you was you to play tech in a detective agency of some kind. You know, they have those tech people in every show.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have tech people on our show. CSI has tech people. All the British shows have tech people. Any crime fighting, they have the guy who's figuring out how the DNA is working and, you know, who it matches. And you're the one that comes up with the answer. Yeah, and let me think a little bit on this. Remind me so I can just really ponder it a little bit and find some really good characters for you, because I'm not sure I 100% would think this is going to get you a job. Mm-hmm. Like I could see how I would cast you, right? Mm-hmm. How am I supposed to cast you by seeing this? Mm-hmm. What kind of role would I think of for you? If it was, you know, I'm trying to get you in on a TV series, it just needs to be more specific. You know, more specific to you. We just need to make it a little bit more like, oh, I see what he could play. I see who he is. Like nowadays, people are wanting alternative people. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you can think about how you can do that, right? That just to be a little bit more like a club guy, a drug dealer, like you can be more of a little slick guy, right? Hey, you know, I can get that for you. You're not the hardcore drug dealer. It's like you're more of the slick, funny drug dealer, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just things that you think you can see me as that are in a lot of shows. You know, if you don't watch TV, how are you going to know what you're going to play? You know, you have to become familiar with some TV shows and just know, hey, I would fit in here, I would fit in here, I would fit in here. You know, shows that are popular because they're going to be on for a while. Like, you know, we've been on, this is our 13th season. So we've been hiring, you know, terrorists and witnesses and all kinds of things for our show. For the last 13 years, think how many people have worked on our show in that time. They should say, is that from a show? I think I've seen them on that show. Whatever, you know, you want it to be that good. Because at least, even if it doesn't look like a show, it almost does. And they can say, I could see them on this show. You understand? And what we're going for is you working. This might be a hobby for you. That's okay with me if that's what you want to do. But my intention is to get you all working professionally, okay? So why not work on material that is good for you, that is right for you? So let's work on getting our tapes really good this time, okay? And so we want your acting to be fantastic and we want it to look good.
The scene that I'm usually working on is something that I've seen and that I have watched obsessively. And so the original, like the performance that I see is usually what I just try and like emulate, because I'm like, oh, okay, like it's there. So might as well, if I know it, then like, you know, and it takes a couple of weeks for me to shake that off and then do my own thing. So I'm hoping that this time I'll be able to just like take the thing and like shake off the original performance that I had seen and just able to apply myself to it faster.
That's really important for you. because you're not going to be like anybody that played the role before, because you are unique, so everybody's unique, but you need to bring what is uniquely you to the role, every role you play. You need to bring something. If your character was you, the you that you were born, okay? So what was the process of your character becoming what they are now? If you were the character, right? If it happened to you, all the stuff that happened to them happened to you, right?
Yeah.
And that makes it uniquely yours. And that's going to be very different than the guy on TV, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. So you just need to bear all that in mind, as you put your character together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think since this is the second time you two have worked together and that you are in the same town, I want to start to, encourage you guys to start thinking about making a demo reel together. It's taking some of the scenes that you've done and maybe reworking. They have to be reworked. They have to be altered so that they're not recognizable anymore.
Yes.
But that they can be similar relationships in different circumstances with different characters. Okay. But what that does is, sometimes you might be a better writer than they are, but the fact that it when something has made it on air, it knows the timing, and you can kind of use it as a template, the scenes that you're doing, to write together scenes that are specific for you. See if you can kind of alter them a little bit so that it really fits you, so people go, oh, I know who they are. I know who this person is and what they could do. That it really emphasizes your assets. And sometimes it's really helpful to stick in any foreign languages that just be creative.
Okay.
So you understand that you want to show what your selling points are.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And who you are is your selling point, and everything about you.
Right.
Okay.